Well, guys, just brought you guys some Kava.
Cheers.
You already got yours.
Yes.
Cheers. We say bula actually in Polynesia.
I know.
Yeah.
Bula, yes.
Bula is like the cheers of Polynesia. It's a peace offering because Kava is like such an incredible connector. They actually call it the Great Connector in Polynesia.
Yeah.
Polynesian countries like Vanuatu and in Fiji and Tonga and Papua New Guinea. I don't know if you guys know this, but they have 20 times as many Kava bars in Vanuatu and Fiji as they have regular bars because they prefer it. Really only they got introduced to alcohol whenever the Americans brought it in, and then it kind of became this sort of like secondary thing. But they kind of see Kava as the original social lubricant from nature just because it's so positive.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel more like yourself. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but...
Totally, yeah. My husband's the one who found Kava. And there's so many like NA drinks out there that don't have the alcohol, right? And he brings this home and I'm like, what even is this? And I have one and I'm like, no, I feel something. Like, I remember trying to describe it to, like, I'm not high, I'm not drunk, I'm not even really buzzed. I'm like, I feel joy, I feel relaxed, like the edge
it's like
is
it's
cut
coming
off.
from within.
Yeah.
It's like an
so
intelligent elevation, like your body is producing it, not like it's just like one sliver of your emotional framework, like supercharged synthetically. For lack of a better term, just a natural euphoria, like a runner's high like that you'd get, where you're just like super euphoric. And sometimes it's not super euphoric, depending on dose and what you're using. But it just is that kind of nice, smooth uplift. Like it's like a hug.
Yeah.
It's like your chemistry is giving you a little hug from inside or something.
I know.
It's
like
just, you feel comfortable.
Totally.
You know?
Even like this last like holiday season, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have any of the cocktails. I'm gonna just drink Kava. And I would try to explain to people, I'm like, it's not like a drunk, you're not tipsy or anything. It's just so different. And the best part is like you sleep good, you don't feel hungover, like your blood sugar doesn't spike. That was like another big thing. Anytime I drink, like I would wear my glucose monitor and my blood sugar all night would be up and down. And when you drink Kava, it's just
Kava actually helps to stabilize blood sugar and actually helps to raise ketones too.
Yeah.
Because it's a fat burner and it actually helps your body adapt. That's one adaptation that it helps you make is the metabolic adaptation.
The one thing that I was at first nervous about with Kava, because when you first do like a Google hit, it'll talk about like liver, it's bad for your liver, whatever. So I was telling him, I got blood work done. So I'm like, I'm going to test this out. I slammed 3 true Kavas. My nurse friend came over and just drew my liver enzymes and nothing was elevated.
When we've done these tests too, like large scale across patient populations over a period of time, so most of the scientists that have published the bulk of literature that exists on Kava, which is robust.
Yeah.
I mean, Kava actually, a lot of people don't know this, it has more published research in peer-reviewed journals than any herb in the ethnobotanical world outside of cannabis, ginseng, and reishi mushroom. Like there's tons of literature, even though Kava is still unknown to a large percentage of people. I mean, first of all, the whole liver tox thing has been completely sort of nail in the coffin debunked in our industry, in the scientific community. It just takes a while for that to catch up into, because you have one article that goes, and basically that was just ignorance and misperception from a pharmaceutical company that tried to produce a synthetic isolate from the Kava plant that was an isolated compound from the wrong parts of the plant you're not supposed to consume. Kava has been used for 3,000 years in Vanuatu and in Fiji by 90% of the population as a daily use substance. And it's been very, very safe when taken in its traditional whole food form. That's what's such beauty about it, right? It's like, because I've worked with most of the psychoactive and adaptogenic botanicals within our practices for years. I don't think that I've used a tool that has a greater therapeutic effect to drawback ratio. Meaning that it gives you an immediate function like a pharmaceutical would, but without the side effects. And it works on you long term to strengthen the nervous system instead of tear it down, right?
So can you drink this every day?
You can. I always recommend that people take breaks from everything just to maintain high sensitivity to it. So like cycle every once in a while and take some breaks, but not because of a toxicity issue or a safety issue. It's more just so that it's like you maintain highest sensitivity and to give your body a chance to sort of cycle certain things out. So it acts as more of a tonic substance, that it actually builds the parasympathetic nervous system instead of habituating to it. Most synthetic drugs that either relieve anxiety or get you into a social lubricant type of mode, they work on a basic principle. They're synthetic molecules, so they're not natural organisms, they're not like plant foods. So they don't really interface with the body in a nutritive way. They don't it's not like nutrition for the body. And the body doesn't fully know what to do with them, so what they end up doing is just plugging into a receptor and dumping a certain feel-good chemical so that you can have that feeling right now. So like amphetamines or alcohol, they're not creating any more dopamine. They're not giving you anything, they're taking it from you. So then the next day you need that drink twice as much, and everybody knows that who's like smoked cigarettes, right? The need for the next cigarette is created by the last 5, and then it goes on from there because it's acting like as a credit card, chemical credit card, borrowing from tomorrow to pay for today. Kava it actually elicits reverse tolerance, where it feeds the receptors and it gives you that immediate boost, but it naturally stimulates the natural production so that it can be sustained, and it can actually help you replenish your nervous system from overstimulation to addictions of all kinds.
Yeah.
This is a big thing today, over dopamine stimulation from scrolling, from whatever it is. Overdoing a lot of these sort of dopamine loops, including drugs and alcohol, and so it's just such a positive thing.
Are there any health benefits to drinking it outside of like the relaxation part?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. We touched on a little bit. It has lots of metabolic effects and has lots of anti-inflammatory effects.
Okay.
And it has really, really powerful neuroprotective effects, which is actually like super important today. We hear about a lot of things like with, with all this Make America Healthy Again stuff, like, this talk about seed oils, and a lot of this stuff is causing brain inflammation that's causing people, to develop psychiatric conditions and dementias and things like that. And Kava, from the literature, is actually the most, or one of the most, it's probably at very least in the top 3 or 4 neuroprotective natural substances from nature. It hits on every neuro and tissue protective pathway that we know of, down-regulating inflammation and regulating like these voltage-gated calcium channels that are overactivated in neurotoxicity and in seizure disorders. So people like post-brain injury, or like athletes that get hit the head a lot, like football athletes, love Kava because it improves their recovery time by improving deep sleep. What a lot of people don't realize is that it's an amazing nervous system recovery tool. So like we have products that we're developing that are layering in muscle recovery tools like amino acids and creatine and stuff like that with Kava, because a lot of people neglect nervous system recovery and they're focusing on muscle recovery like in their workouts and stuff, That's one thing that tangibly separates it from alcohol as well, is that alcohol and cannabis will generally knock you out, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll put you to sleep, but they screw up your recovery time in sleep. And Kava is just the opposite, and it improves those pretty substantially.
Yeah.
So you just wake up after a night of Kava, even with less sleep, if you have less sleep and you drink a good amount of Kava, then you just kind of feel up with kind of an afterglow and you just feel great.
Does it matter what time of day you drink it? Like if you were to, because normally I feel like I want it like in the evening, but I'm like, what if you drink it in the morning with breakfast?
Well, a lot of it is strain specific in that sense, but since pretty much most of the products that we carry right now, we're developing some that are like heavy hitting like sleep products with Kava that are the really heavy ones, but right now our standard products are kind of in the middle. So they relax, they get you engaged, it's kind of that flow state, relaxed, open, engaged, but yet, ready to go. It's not overly stimulating in the head, and it's not overly sedating or anything. So it's kind of perfect kind of flow in the middle. You can really use that at any time of the day. And the Kavaplex Mind, you can absolutely take in the morning in your coffee, and there's a great synergy with that new product that we have coming out and the Kavaplex Mind in the coffee, because the caffeine enhances the bioavailability of the lactones, so you get a kick on the front end big time. And the lactones help to take the edge off the stimulation of the coffee. And they both act as an appetite suppressant, so people will use it for intermittent fasting because you get the fat burning, you get the appetite suppression, you get the focus, and it allows your brain to have plenty of dopamine without having to put glucose in there. Man, well, this has been a great conversation. Thank you guys for coming by, and thank you for just telling me your experience. I love to hear that from just, Kava lovers in general.
Yes.
It's fun.
We love True Kava. It's our favorite.
True kindred spirits in this world,
Yes. So positive. Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for
great
stopping
to meet
by.
you.
Yes,
Yeah, so fun.
If you like this information, thank you so much for supporting us in the True Kava movement. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks, guys.